The first book is set in the Sussex Countryside, which is close to where I live. It's a beautiful countryside. It's quiet. You can go miles and miles without seeing anybody. And then suddenly you'll find a quaint little village, lovely little pub, and then you can drive again and you'll see nothing for another 5 or 6, 10 minutes. And it's great. I just love that kind of place. I've seen television programs about cop shows where you see someone chasing a car and they're chasing it for 15 minutes and it crashes and they catch the bad guy. And then the voiceover says, this was his 40th offence and he got a £100 fine and 200 hours of community service. And I thought, is this the justice system we have here? And that's why I decided to write the story.
I was brought up in a cathedral city called Salisbury, which is in the south of England. My protagonist, Jo, is being held hostage in her own flat. She finds an old diary from when she was 16 years old. And that was a very, very formative year for her, a very traumatic year. And she spends a lot of time reading this diary. And that, to me, is full of Salisbury. I mean, that's just every street I can visualise. And some of it was based on my own teenage experiences growing up there too. So that felt very vivid to me. My first 4 novels, which was back in between 2000 and 2005, were contemporary romantic fiction. I like the idea of the combination of thriller and romance, and so it's been really fun to write this one.
Well, Follow You Home is about a couple who come into a little bit of money because he has developed an app which he sells to a tech company. And they want to get married and start having kids and settle down. And so they decide to go on this big trip around Europe. Maybe they feel like they're going to be kind of domesticated once they start having kids and get married. And it's important to them to kind of get out there and see more of the world before they do that. But I grew up by the sea and in a small town. And I think that when you grow up in that kind of environment, it can make you yearn for escape. Some of the books that I've written, my characters, they have that longing for something better or somewhere to escape to.
Gritlit is a mixture in between women's fiction and crime fiction. So it's a bit more than the typical detective. There's a lot of emotion in there from the characters. And I like to be with the characters as well as the police force. So it's part psychological thriller, part police procedural. I like to write about the underdogs, and I like to see good and bad in everybody. So to actually make sure that somebody gets out of a situation, I have to put them in the lowest situation I can get them into, and then get them out of it and show them that there may be a better way. It's very strange really, because I can get into the head of really dark people and really, really nice people, and I sometimes get quite scared about how dark I actually go myself when I'm writing. And my husband has got a favourite saying where he'll say, that's Die Hard 7, Mal, you need to bring it back to Die Hard 4.